But these kids today, you can't say anything to them. They talk back. They have no respect. And so I think that kind of messes them up when they have to come into the real world and realize don't nobody give a shit about you but your mom and your daddy. Maybe your daddy. Like, this is not how the world works. You don't get to pout. You don't get to say, I know my rights. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, me too. Take your ass to work. I need a mental health day. Mental health is real. We'll get to that. Yeah, you just lazy as shit. You don't need no mental health day. Get your ass in there and work. Oh, I need a break. I need an hour break. You better go grab a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and put some grease on it and keep moving it. Like, they just expect so much because social media, and then they've been raised just to be these little lazy things. And then they don't want to come into the workforce, and then they think everybody's so mean and so bad.
See, this is a conversation nobody wants to have. This conversation right here. Everybody wants to talk about how soft this generation is. How soft they are. How kids are today. You know, they so soft, so disrespectful. They don't want to work. They can't take criticism. Everything hurts their feelings. Everything is toxic. Everything requires a mental health day. But hold on. Who raised them? Who raised them? We did. We did. And that's what I always come back to. That's what that damn gentle parenting gets you. We did. We were the generation that said, my kids ain't going to struggle like I struggled. That's what we said. And somewhere along the way, we confused giving our children a better life with removing every uncomfortable thing from their life. Right? That's what we did. We fought their battles. Called the teacher. Called the coach. Little Johnny ain't playing enough. He need to play some more. Paid the bill. Fixed the mistake. Made the phone call. Gave them money when they were broke. Let them move back home every time life got hard. We did that. We did that. And then they walked into the real world and discovered something we forgot to teach them. The world doesn't love you like your mama and your daddy do. The world does not love you like your mama and your daddy do. Your boss don't give a damn. Your boss don't care that you don't feel like coming in today. Your landlord don't give a damn that you're overwhelmed, that your anxiety is up and your anxiety is kicking in. Your car payment don't care about your little feelings. Right? Now, before somebody twists what I'm saying, mental health is real. Burnout is real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. But every uncomfortable feeling isn't trauma. Every disagreement isn't toxic. And every person who tells you no isn't a narcissist. That's what y'all like to call them. And every time life doesn't accommodate you, that doesn't mean somebody mistreated you. That's where I think we screwed up. That's where I think. Because some of us were so determined not to raise our kids the way our parents raised us, that we went completely to the other extreme. Our parents were too hard, is what a lot of us say, right? They were too hard. And that's what a lot of us will tell you, right? But some of us became too soft. We wanted our children to have a voice. Good, cool. But we forgot to teach them that having a voice doesn't mean everybody has to agree with you. We taught them boundaries. It's good. That's good. But boundaries don't mean you get to control everybody around you. We taught them self-care. But self-care doesn't mean avoiding every responsibility that makes you uncomfortable. And we taught them to know their worth without teaching them that the world is going to expect them to produce something for that worth. That's the part nobody wants to talk about. Because eventually your child has to leave your house and enter a world where nobody is giving participation trophies. You don't get a 29th place trophy in the real world. We don't do that. We don't do that. You're going to hear no. You're going to have a boss you don't like. You're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to work when you're tired. And you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to be misunderstood. And sometimes you're going to have to suck it up and keep moving. That's adulthood. And parents, I'm talking to us too. Maybe the question isn't, why are the kids so soft? Maybe the question is, did we love them so much that we accidentally stopped preparing them for real life? Because sometimes being a great parent isn't making sure your child never struggles. Sometimes being a great parent is standing back and saying, I know this hurts. I know it's hard, but I'm not rescuing you this time. You're capable of figuring this out. Because one day we're not going to be here. One day we're not going to be here to put that pillow underneath them every time they fall. Listen, and I'd rather my child learn how to get back up while I'm still here than spend the rest of their life waiting for somebody to rescue them. So I want to hear from both generations. Both. Our children, Gen Z, Gen X, millennials, whatever it may be. Did we raise this generation too soft? Or are we just refusing to accept that the world has changed? Because I think the answer might be a little bit of both. A little bit of both, right? Who raised them? We did, right? Who raised them? We did. So every uncomfortable feeling isn't trauma. Every disagreement isn't toxic. And every person who tells you no isn't a narcissist. That's what I want you guys to understand this right now. So, like I say, make sure you like, follow, and share. Who raised them, y'all? We did. We did. We raised them. So we have to take a little bit of this blame. We have to take a little bit of this blame. We raised them. So if you're looking at your child right now and they're telling you what they is and not going to do at a job, understand it. We raised them. We raised them that way. I want you guys to leave me some comments. Let me know in the comments, man. Make sure you like, following for more content. My name is Aaron. I go by the name of Aaron Real Talk. And as always, I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. Thank you, guys.